Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing the July monthly reading for Aquarius Sun Moon Rising. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, no worries. I would say check your other signs or find another amazing tarot reader here on YouTube. These readings are not technically time-stamped, so if you see it after July, no worries. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you could please do, I'd really appreciate it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started into this Aquarius July, or whenever you see the video reading. Spirit guides, do you have any advice or guidance for Aquarius? Okay, let's see here. Okay, so it looks like so far the Fool and the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Sorry guys, that was just way too many cards. Hi, Spirit guys. Okay. You have the Hierophant and the Six of Swords. So already so far, what I'm seeing for you Aquarius, for some of you for the month of July, is I say with the Fool and with the Queen of Wands, there's most definitely a start of something that you're doing. You might be starting a project, starting a new job. But however, you have this Fool-like attitude, which is a great attitude to have. It's usually that one you have when you're younger and you feel like you have the world in your hands and you can do anything you want to do, and you haven't been like conditioned by the world or like adulthood. When you're in that Fool-like state, you're kind of just like, this is what I want to do and it's possible. And I would say you also have the fire here with the Queen of Wands to do so. You have that fire, you have that passion, that ambition, that drive that is going to take you very far, whatever this new journey is that you have here in the month of July. Like I said, it could be like the start of something financially. It could be I'm not seeing a relationship here, but it could be a relationship for some of you. But like I said, whatever's going on in July, this new thing that you have going on, it's looking good. I would say here with the Ace of Pentacles, I would say you might be on the fence of whatever you might be starting. If it's like a business or a venture, you know, some type of new adventure, that you might not have that money aspect of it, or you might not have, or you might feel like you might not have the tools that you need for this new thing that's starting in July. You might have started it at the end of June too as well. But it looks like the start of something, and it looks like there might be that hesitant on the financial aspect of it. You might not, you have the fire and the passion, but you might still be in that phase of traditional thinking of things, like it's not possible for you to do something because of what you've been taught here with the Hierophant, like what you've been taught, or that traditional way of thinking about just how you're supposed to live your life, living your life based on what others are thinking is kind of what I'm seeing here. On top of that, feeling like you have lack of resource or opportunities to do what you're trying to do here. But like I said, with that Queen of Wands, you most definitely have that fire and that passion. So what I'm seeing here is you possibly need to change your outlook and your perspective of things, and it's actually kind of cool too here so far with what these cards that I have, to see this Six of Swords, which is kind of like a rites of passage. You know, and to me, the Fool and those two cards, they really go hand in hand with each other, because once you change your beliefs on this thing that you're passionate about, you'll have that aha moment where, yeah, like I can do this. You have to hold that belief and that faith. And, you know, maybe for some of you, it will be getting back to your roots. I'm not going to say it's not, you know, you might need to get back to your roots. You might need to get back into your morals, some things you might have been taught when you were younger, or kind of that younger mindset as well. Like, I can do this. You haven't had the world really tell you you can't do it yet. You know, you haven't really hit that part of adulthood that people, you know, they have to cross over. I'm also seeing for some of you, it might be that you really just need to cross over. You might be young, or maybe, you know, you're late teens and you're kind of, you know, wondering what you should do. Should you go this way where you're passionate, or should you go this way where, you know, maybe your family wants you to do, or what you think is norm, is kind of what I'm seeing here, Aquarius. But it looks beautiful to me. It looks like that aha moment that, you know, I got through this phase. It's time to do what I need to do. I see that for you for the month of July. So that's amazing. So let me go ahead and pull a couple more cards here. I don't feel like I need anything to clarify. Actually, let me grab this Illuminati deck. I just want to get some clarification on the rites of passage card, the Six of Swords. Sorry guys, this deck is, it's not my friend. It's not. It's my friend. I'm not going to say it's not, but it most definitely be giving me issues. Let's see here. Spirit guys, can I get some clarification on the Six of Swords? Clarification on the Six of Swords. Oops. It's working with me, so I'm like, let me give it a few shuffles. Oh. Okay. So with the Ten of Swords, Over here for this clarification, I'm seeing there might be some betrayal going on, or some type of situation that you're going to have to, that's going to be really painful for you, but it's necessary. It's necessary for this painful transition to happen for you to move forward and grow stronger in your life. And it might be a painful situation of the awakening of beliefs or some misconceptions you might have had in your life that you're like, wait, like, why am I even listening to this? It might be that. For some of you, I'm seeing it might be an actual person, someone that you looked up to. It could be like a father figure that you might have to, you know, say, hey, I got to do what I got to do. Or it might be something it might pain you, you know, it might be a difficult decision and a difficult thing, but it's what needs to happen so that you're no longer being held down to what others might think or want you to do, you know, is what I'm kind of seeing here for this clarifier. So that's great here. All right, Aquarius, let me pull a couple more cards. See if there's anything else. But like I said, too, just looking at this, it's going to be a great month. There's going to be some growth there, and some strong, getting past a strong phase in your life. You know, some of it might be like graduation, just that phase into a different thing. You know, you could be having a mental, especially with the sword, you could be having just a mental breakthrough and phase in your life. You know, I know some people, they say it happens after like their return to Saturn, like when they're like, for me, like 33, hitting like the age 33. Okay, what we got going on here? Okay. For me, it was just like getting out of that and like thinking different. Like then when you're in your 20s, you know, some people might start getting serious about what they want to do. For some, like for me, it was like, you know, living that norm life and then seeing like, wait, I can if I want to, but I can also do what I want. So I also see that there. And with the High Priestess reversed, I would say you may need to make sure that you rely heavily on your gut feeling and your intuition. You might be denying what you know is what you know should be. I'm seeing that here with this card. So you might have to just kind of dig deep within yourself and try to, you know, that gut feeling. Like if you know something's not right, or if it just doesn't feel right, then it's not. Then it's not right for you. And you might still, you know, this whole situation might cause you to not trust your gut this month. But I say just trust your gut, trust your intuitions. You, like, at the end of the day, we all really know the answers to everything, but especially to our own life and what we should do. But it's just so loud around us. Our minds are so loud. They're constantly thinking, especially if you don't meditate or like try to clear your mind and just stop thought, you know, long enough to just stop the thought, you know, to be able to feel, you know. So I would say if you're having issues this month, trying to figure out what you should be doing to move on, to move, you know, for that rites of passage, you need to meditate. You need to meditate. You need to get back to your higher self. And then here with the Five of Swords reversed, there might be some past resentment going on here that you're going to have to let go of as well. It could be resentment along here with this Ten of Swords. This painful betrayal or endings. But here with this resentment, I'm going to tell you right now, let it go. Let go of resentment. resentment, it doesn't benefit you at all. So don't hold on to it, is my personal opinion. Maybe resort back to, you know, your morals and your faith. If you're religious stuff, possibly, even if you're, you know, spiritual, maybe some spiritual rituals or something like that you might need. You might need to go back to church, something, you know, just to help you. For some of you, I don't think it's all of you, but for some of you that are dealing with, you know, just this loss, some type of loss. And don't look at it as a loss, you know, like over here with the Six of Swords, you know, look at it as a growth. Everything in life is growth. So I would say that's what I'm seeing here. But let me go ahead and get some, let's get some clarification on the High Priestess. Okay. So it was the Chariot in reverse. Yeah, the Chariot in reverse. Yeah, so with the Chariot in reverse, it's like loss of direction. So the loss of direction is caused by the lack of following your gut or knowing your intuition or digging deep down inside so that you can make the right decision and get back to where you need to go. And those things, I feel like it's not that much of a bother, because over here with the Fool and the Queen of Wands, you have that spark and that fire and that drive to do it. You just gotta let go of some things, some betrayal you might be holding on to, some conflict. There might be some disagreements going on. There also might be someone coming from the past or someone in your past that you need to let go of. I see that as well here. So yeah, I think that looks really good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pull a monthly crystal spirits oracle card, and see what crystal might work really well for you for the month of July, or whenever you get hear this reading. Crystals are great. Their energy is great. They do amazing things. They're majestic. They're just magical. They're wonderful. So if you have the crystal that is pulled for the month of July, I would say, you know, meditate with it, carry it around with you. Most definitely make sure you cleanse it and you recharge it. Use it when you meditate. So some cool stuff like that you can do with it. And if you don't have the crystal, no problem. You don't need to have a crystal. You can still benefit from the messages from the crystal spirits, and you can still benefit from those energies from the crystal, just still having them in your mind throughout the month of July. So let's go ahead and get this deck going. Oops. So, crystal spirits. What crystal would be the most beneficial for Aquarius in the month of July? Moonstone. I think it's amazing that Moonstone crystal was pulled. Because of the High Priestess, which is about intuition and higher self. You're like your higher being or whatnot. And the Moonstone also is like for the crown chakra and is also like higher self and understanding and stuff. So this crystal will help you this month to be able to get these answers from your higher self, your intuition, and clearly think about things, you know, and let these things go. So let's go ahead and get the book out to see what the message is. For the Moonstone. So it says that the essential meaning for Moonstone is intuition, insight, inner wisdom, and inner voice. It'll help you. It'll help you get back to that knowing what you need to do and knowing what feels right, and just that inner knowing and that inner voice that is never steering you wrong, but it's so loud in your mind all the time that it might be hard for you to get that, you know. So the Moonstone will help you get that back. It says, inner knowing, inner sensing, these are the talents that the conscious universe has bestowed upon all of us. But we have been conditioned to minimize their importance and instead pay attention to the knowing that comes from experiencing life through our physical senses and logic. Do you hone in your intuition? Do you trust it? Even when you can't point to a logical reason, why do you know what you know? The message from the Moonstone Spirit is to tune in and listen to your intuition. It will speak to you through an inner voice, an inner vision, an inner sensation that feels real because, well, it is. It has many ways of communicating to you. Now it's time to pull back the veil between vision and the visible worlds. Trust that the hidden realities matter, and know that your intuition comes from the conscious universe, which possesses wisdom, knowledge, and understanding far beyond your own. Yeah. Yep. You can get that knowing. You can pass this phase and you can start that thing you've been dying and passionate about starting. And that Moonstone's going to help you. So I'm going to go ahead and read here the meditation section and just the guidance and advice for meditating with the Moonstone this month. So it says, meditation with the Moonstone amplifies our knowing by connecting us to the moon, the tides, and the mystery of divine and the divine. It brings us back to our intuition and draws our attention to the circle of life. From Madam to Mother, Moonstone is a wonderful stone for us during pregnancy as well. So if some of you are pregnant and are having some issues in the month of July, or whenever you see this reading, use the Moonstone. I just found out something new. I like how it said the circle of life, because the circle of life is right here with the Fool and the Six of Swords, and just, you know, moving that phase and starting a new one. So it's your circle of life, Aquarius. I feel like the messages have come through. And I feel like it's going to be a great month for you. Remember, if you don't have the stone, just keep that with you when you're meditating, or if you do work on chakras, just work on that crown chakra for the month of July. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great month. Bye.